Hey y'all, picture this. A woman in a stunning emerald gown, standing in the middle of a glitzy Atlanta gala, her heart pounding as her husband's mistress pours red wine all over her, the scarlet stains soaking her dress, her pride, everything while he laughs, cold as ice, calling her pathetic, a nobody. That woman was Lena Harper, and I'm here to tell you how she turned that moment of shame into the kind of comeback that left jaws on the floor. This is her story, raw and real, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around. So, there's Lena, married to Nathan Caldwell, this big-shot real estate tycoon who owns half the skyline in Atlanta. The Magnolia Gala's the place to be, chandeliers sparkling, champagne flowing, every mover and shaker in the city watching. Lena's playing the part of the perfect wife, smiling for the cameras, shaking hands with senators, but inside, she's crumbling. Nathan's got her on a leash, his hand on her back, just for show, whispering, "Don't screw this up, Lena. Smile pretty and stay quiet." She nods, her stomach twisting, because she knows what's coming. Enter Jessica Kane, Nathan's mistress, all fire-red lipstick and ambition, strutting in like she owns the room. The whispers start, eyes darting between Lena and Jessica, who's clinging to Nathan like a trophy he's already claimed. Then it happens. Jessica accidentally tips her wine glass, drenching Lena's gown. The room gasps. Nathan laughs, loud and cruel. "God, Lena, you're pathetic, a nobody who can't even keep a dress clean." Jessica smirks. Maybe she's better off serving drinks than hosting galas. The crowd chuckles, some awkwardly, some gleefully, and Lena? She just stands there, wine dripping, her face calm, but her heart screaming. She doesn't cry, doesn't scream. She dabs her dress with a napkin, cool as a cucumber, and that silence? It's louder than any outburst. But here's the thing, Lena wasn't as powerless as they thought. See, Nathan's empire, those skyscrapers, those billion-dollar deals, they weren't just his. They were built on Lena's family land, her father's legacy, tied up in contracts she never signed. Late one night, alone in their Buckhead mansion, Lena's flipping through old documents, her hands shaking as she spots her name, over and over, in Nathan's handwriting. Forged. Every deal, every dollar, built on her stolen signature. Her blood boils, but her mind sharpens. This is her weapon, her way out. She's not just a scorned wife. She's the key to his whole damn empire. Lena doesn't waste time. She calls up her dad's old lawyer, Tom Reed, a grizzled guy who knows every trick in the book. "These signatures aren't yours," he says, peering over his glasses. "And if we play this right, Nathan's done." She tracks down her old friend Marcus, a quiet accountant in Nathan's firm, who's been burned by Nathan's ego one too many times. "Lena, I'm in," he says, voice low. "I've seen his shady accounts, money funneled through fake LLCs." She even reaches out to folks Nathan screwed over, a fired assistant, a humiliated contractor, each one with a piece of the puzzle. While Nathan's parading Jessica around, bragging about his $10 billion deal, Lena's building a case, quiet as a shadow, sharp as a blade. The showdown comes at Nathan's big boardroom meeting, the one to seal his legacy. He's strutting, pen in hand, Jessica smirking at his side, investors practically bowing. Lena walks in, unnoticed, in a plain gray suit, and takes a seat at the back. Nathan spots her, sneers. "What are you doing here, Lena? This isn't your little book club." She doesn't flinch, just slides an envelope across the table. "Before you sign, read this." The room freezes as the lead investor opens it, his face going pale. "Forged signatures," Lena says, calm as ever. "Every deal Nathan's made for 3 years void without my consent." The boardroom erupts, papers flying, investors shouting. Nathan's red-faced, screaming, "She's lying." But Lena just tilts her head. "Am I? Let's get a handwriting expert and find out." Jessica, smelling the ship sinking, jumps in. "Ask him about the offshore account. She thought he could hide them from me too." Nathan spins on her. "You traitor," but it's too late. The deal's dead, his empire's crumbling, and Lena? She stands, looks him dead in the eye, and says, "You called me a nobody, Nathan. Guess who's nothing now?" By morning, the headlines scream, "Caldwell Empire collapses amid fraud scandal." Nathan's raging, Jessica's gone, probably cutting her own deal with the feds. Lena, though, she's free. At a quiet dinner weeks later, The same elites who laughed at her now whisper her name with respect. She doesn't need their approval, she never did. She's Lena Harper, the woman who turned silence into a storm. So what do y'all think? Was Lena a hero for taking Nathan down, or should she have walked away quietly? Drop a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and if you've ever seen someone underestimated pull off a comeback like this. Hit that subscribe button, it keeps stories like Lena's alive. Let's keep talking about what justice really looks like.